What's up, Brett? Good morning. All right. I'm slacking just a little bit this morning, guys. Give me a couple more seconds. We'll rock and roll. Ba-da-da-da-da. Dude, this entire market's got me scratching my head this cycle. The only thing I think that might be happening is orchestrated price suppression to potentially push us back down to the CME gap, which we'll talk about today, guys. That's kind of the only thing I really, outside of just sentiment. I mean, the reality is we're in literally bottom bear cycle market sentiment right now, which could be good, could be bad, but in all reality, if this is as low as we go, this is it. Like, I mean, cool. It's only up from here, right? It just means we might sit here for 2 years, which is what kind of happens when we go into bears. But I will talk about that in just a bit. Guys, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, y'all, and I am your host. Let's get it. Metaplanet buys a dip, issues 13.4 million in bonds for Bitcoin purchases. Is Bitcoin price about to fill a 78,000 Bitcoin futures gap? This is the idea that is out there right now. And Oklahoma BTC reserve bill passes House committee, moving on to the Senate, while other states reject. We'll see what that's all about, guys. Really not a lot in the market or in the news today. I'll probably pull up Cointelegraph one last time before I let you guys go when I'm done, just to see if anything else has hit the news. But right now, there's nothing going on, which is hilarious because we dumped our asses off last night, which I'm pretty sure I know why, but we'll talk about that. Moving on. Guys, housekeeping. Like I say every day, if you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto, please, 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 like the videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel, or follow me on Facebook. Share the video on all your social channels. Tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your kids. Tell that neighbor you really can't stand that much, because think about it. If he makes some money in crypto, maybe he'll move away and you won't have to deal with him anymore. Let's get him over here and get him some money. But yeah, share the channel, guys. Let's just blow this damn shit up. Like, what are you guys doing in the morning? You're brushing your teeth, combing your hair, you're taking a shower, you're heading off to work, which we all hate our jobs anyway. Why would we be trading crypto if we liked our jobs, right? Tell me I'm wrong. I'll wait. Morning, Bray. I'll wait. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. We're all trading crypto to get the hell out of that 9 to 5, right? 100%. So, the more people we get in here, the more eyes we get on the market, the better we all get at this stuff. So let's spread that word. On top of that, guys, if you are interested in learning how to trade crypto, on top of learning how to trade traditional market stuff like stocks, indexes, etc., guys, check out the link. I'm dealing with my headphone cable. It's driving me nuts right now. Click on the link that is pinned in the comments, guys. That'll take you to the Pip Connect Discord paywall. That is Andy Peters' personal Discord. I think I have no idea how many of us are in it. I think it's around 1,000, maybe a little under 1,000. But why is that important? It's more eyes on the market. It's more people helping you grow and become financially savvy in this crazy, crazy world we live in right now, as well as lifestyle stuff. Andy's really good at that stuff too. And if that sounds like something you might be interested in, go ahead and click on the link. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out to myself or Andy, and we'll do our best to get those questions answered for you. See if the Pip Connect Discord is a right fit for you, and it might not be. And there's nothing wrong with that. But let's find out first. Let's get you involved, see if it might be something you're interested in, and see if you want to become a trader like the rest of us. Outside of that, guys, so SHIB to XRP. All right, here's what I'll say, man. I am not a meme coin guy. I'm not. Everybody's asking me, Brett saying, hook Bray up with your thoughts on reallocating from SHIB to XRP. Would I? Okay. Here's my question, right? And we have time. There's not a lot of news. We got time to do this right now. When everyone asks me, what should I do? What should I do? Should I do this or should I do that? I'm going to ask you, well, are you in profit? When did you get into SHIB? And I need those answers before I answer this question. Because if you're asking me, let's say you got into SHIB at the launch of last cycle and you're sitting in significant profit. Well, personally, I'd tell you to get the fuck out of it, period. I wouldn't tell you to reallocate, steal from a bag to go into something else that has pumped as much as it has. It's not a safe game plan. I would say if you're looking to just secure profit, probably just throw it in Bitcoin. I know that sounds boring as shit, and that's not what a lot of people want to hear, but that's the truth. Look, back in... God, when was Andy's trading class in Chattanooga last year? I forget. Currently negative. Well, how far down are you, bro? So back to the story while I'm waiting for Brady to answer that question. I had people asking me about XRP. And I think it was still sitting at like under $1. And they're like, should I sell? Should I sell? And I said, no, just wait. And then the fucker ripped. Now, if you're asking me, should you enter XRP now after it ran from 35 cents up to, what was it, $3.20, I think was our all-time high so far this cycle. You're down 1,900. Oof. Look, dude, here's what... Do I think you should go into XRP at a loss? No. Sorry. Look for something that hasn't really ran yet. That's what I would start allocating to. I don't buy meme coins, bro. I played with them a little bit when we were talking about it when the market was going ham and the meme cycle was running. I don't make money in memes. I never really have. I usually always end up breaking even because I can't trade them. Like the way they run, the way they move isn't like anything else in the chart. Like so coming back, coming back to Bray. So when people say, well, what should I get into? Well, again, I would look for shit that hasn't ran or that has retraced significantly since all this shit went down. XRP hasn't really retraced that much, which is great for me because I have a significant bag of it. But again, I was buying at 35 cents last cycle, and I waited the entire bear for my gains. I had the patience to do that. So there are things that in my opinion, are better plays. Ondo has pulled back significantly. Where is it? Where's Pith? And I've been beating the drum of Pith. You guys know this. FET has pulled back significantly. Where's Pith? I know it's in here somewhere. Dude, where's Sui at too? I'm wondering where Sui's at. Pith down here at 82. It's only a 50. Okay, so let's do this, right? We'll play a game real quick. So Pith right now is at a $780 million market cap. It's not even at $1 billion market cap yet. What is Shiba at? We're totally off the rails, guys. I apologize. I'm just gonna look it up. It's at an $8.7 billion market cap. So for you to double your money right now, Shiba has to go, this is simple number, like just simple math and understanding market caps, guys. For you to double your money right now, another $8.7 billion has to pour into Shiba for you to double your money. Do you understand how that works, Bray? That's how market capitalization of projects work. That's the amount of money that's pouring in and out of this project. Okay? Go to the casino, play roulette. Memes have no utility. And some do, some don't. But again, I don't put a lot of invested interest in tokens that hit the market for zero reason. Just for people to try and make a buck off of. I've been the utility play guy since 2017. Back when the only meme there was Doge, and it really wasn't like a meme, but it was. That kind of narrative didn't even exist. So, Bray, if you were to ask me, would I get out of SHIB personally? Yeah. After how bad the meme market has gotten hit, I would probably cut my losses. There's a potential with how nasty things got with Pump Fun that there's going to be a lot of hard regulation coming down on memes, and they might not survive. I don't know. Will they still be around because of how much money is already in them? Yes. They're just going to be there and be traded and whatever. But do I think people, after being burned so bad, are going to continue to dump money into memes? Maybe, but probably not. And don't take this with a grain of salt. Again, this is coming from some guy that doesn't like them. So I'm going to have a bias, right? But outside of any of that, if we're just looking at numbers, pure numbers in general, your odds of this turning into a $18 billion market cap aren't as good as Pith. And we're just using Pith as an example. I'm not telling you to go rush into Pith. Do your research. Look at this. It's not even a $1 billion market cap. So you could 8x your money if Pith got up to the market cap of Shiba. Does that make sense? Yeah, Bray, let me know if that makes sense. So I would start look for good projects that are under, let's say, the 40 mark. I'm not a huge fan of Caspa, but it'll move. It'll do its thing. But so underneath 40. So if you're going to CoinMarketCap and just start going down the 40 list, start looking at things that haven't had a big run or that have recently have a big retracement based on the market right now. Those are going to be they're riskier 100%, but those are going to give you more potential for bigger gains. It's simple volume of money, right? If something is only in the millions of market cap, the odds of billions pouring into it and getting you bigger gains are just better. Word. Hope it helps, guys. So, with that being said, let's get back on track and let's jump right into the market. Guys, right now, current market cap sitting at 2.86 trillion, down 0.96% from yesterday. Bitcoin dominance. Woo! This is the shit that gets me excited. Bitcoin dominance is ticking under 60%, 59.9%. ETH dominance going down to 9.9%. And gas is down 0.75 Guayo, which had ETH transaction. Fear and greed sitting at 20. I saw something on Crypto X or Crypto Twitter, what the hell you want to call it. Supposedly, fear and greed went down to 10 yesterday somewhere, which is wild. Guys, this is bear market sentiment, like bottom of bear market sentiment. Could we go lower? Absolutely. Honestly, if you ask me personally, do I think we're going to go lower? I hate to say it, but I do. And I hope I'm wrong. But I am just looking at the capitulation. I'm looking at the hearing or meeting that the Digital Asset Committee had yesterday, and it was nothing but talk about stable coins. It was boring as shit. It felt like theater. Felt like the same old shit we've had in politics when it comes to crypto for forever. It didn't feel like anything new, and I think that's why we tanked again yesterday. But If you were to ask me around Christmas what I thought the next bear market would look like, and it's simply talking about it. If you ask me how far down I think Bitcoin would go in the next bear, ask Andy. We had this conversation at his Friendsgiving, so November, excuse me. I said 65K. To me, from 108 down to 65K would be a bottom bear. One of the guys that I really respect and listen to every morning he trades algorithms and bots and all sorts of shit. That's his thing, not my thing, but whatever. He's good at it. But he's been around for as long as I've been interested in crypto, and the dude's levels are great. Like I've watched the dude for years. His levels are always on point. His bots and his algos for bottom bear is 58K. We're not far from that. So my point is how much lower can we go? I mean, alts are going to get slaughtered no matter what. Understand that. But the good projects will come back. Most of the projects I personally bought into, I bought in that they launched at the bottom of the bear cycle. To me, that's a huge win. If you launched a project when there's zero sentiment in crypto, zero money in crypto, and you did well, you can survive another bear. Does that make sense? Hope that makes sense. So with that being said, if we're potentially in a bottom of a bear, this is something I've been beating the drum of since you guys have probably heard me on this channel. The money is made at the bottom of a bear cycle. So if you were to ask me right now, is this a good time to start scaling in the projects? I'm going to tell you, it's a great time. Don't blow your entire wad. Don't just deploy every bit of capital you have, but start DCAing. Start setting buy orders if you're on an exchange. I don't trade on exchanges, but if you are, start setting in buy orders that just lower and lower and lower and lower. You'll hear Andy say this all the time using arbitrary numbers. If you bought into a project at a certain level at $1,000 and it dips 50%, then you put in another buy at $500. And if it dips another 50%, then you put in another buy at $250. This is what scaling in looks like. The reason is because once it goes up to where your second buy order from 250 to 500, you're already making you're double stacking your money as it goes up. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I'm really bad at explaining shit. But that's what scaling in does. You set wild buy orders. Like set like a 58K Bitcoin buy order. Because what happens if it wicks down and then pops right back up? That's how the money's made. So, I'm really digressing way too much, guys. I'm sorry. Let's just blow through that top 100, see if there's any big movers. Outside of that, we'll go to the charts and we'll get you out of here. All right, 1.38% down for Bitcoin, 3.14 down for Ethereum. Outside of that, Solana's starting to tick up a little bit, 2.46% to the upside. Litecoin ticking up just a little bit, 5.62%. Avalanche up 5.7%. Polkadot up 6.89%. Anything bigger? Aptos up 10.99%. $7.99% for Jupiter, the upside. 8.27 for Optimism. IP, this thing's been ripping though. IP is pulling back a little bit, 7% to the downside today. Maker's up 7.21%. Stacks is up 11.88%. 8.73 the upside for WorldCoin. Quant's pulling back. You guys like my lounge music? Cato up 18.96%. I don't know what that is. And Curve Dow bringing in your 100 spot at 2.59% to the upside. I've got things in the chat. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, man. Brett, that's what I'm saying. 65. I expected us to go to anywhere from 135 to 150 this cycle. You guys probably heard me say 140, but I'm just using it as a range. But if we only got 108, that's what we got. That's how this shit works sometimes, man. Last cycle, everybody thought we were going. When the market started last cycle, when the bull market started last cycle, everyone was calling out for 300K. And then when shit started looking a little wonky, people brought their numbers down to 100K. We only got to 74. Or no, 69. Excuse me. So that's how this works sometimes. That just is what it is. So if that was the top, that was the top. I didn't make shit. I mean, I made a little bit, but I didn't make anywhere near what I expected to make or planned to make. So what is my plan? I don't know. My plan, right? I'll tell you what, man. If we start losing 70K, I'll probably start exiting a lot of positions just to secure some kind of profit. But again, I bought so deep, and this is the security, right? I bought so deep into the bear cycle that if we only go down to 58K, and that's my portfolio is probably still up 100% at that point. So, all right, that's what I got for your top 100. Let's move on to the charts. It's a 17-minute. We'll go to the 1 hour. Well, before I do that, we'll do this. This 86,670 is my concern right now. Kind of have a mini V-shaped reversal going on, but this is turning into resistance, which means we could potentially roll over, just like here, just like here. We could be doing the same thing. You see right down here, coming up, hitting resistance, rolling over. Same thing. Big rip down. Oh, we found a bounce. Cool. Nope. 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 See you later. Bye. Nope. See you later. Bye. Flipping these things that were supports into resistance is not bullish, guys. That's a downtrend. That is not good. All right, let's go to 1 hour. So, yeah, fucking every time. Like, so here we'll talk about this. This is on the 1 hour, guys. Every time we dipped, we hit what we thought would be a bottom, kind of came back up and flipped previous support. This is, if you're learning to trade, pay attention to this. Turn previous support, which is this 95K, into now resistance, got rejected, dumped again. Bounced off of support, this 98.24. This bottom of this trend line was our acting support at the time, right? Just descending channel. Support, 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 support. Bounce. Support is now resistance. Rejection. See you later. Bye. Bounce off at 86670. Yay. We found a floor. Uh-oh. 89213 was support somewhere. I'm assuming that's why I put it in there. I'm not going to go back that far. But head, head, head. See you later. Rejection. This can continue happening all the way down, guys. I'm not saying it will. I hope it doesn't. But we start losing these levels, this 82, we're coming down into the 70s. Now, we're going to talk about it because there's a story that it was on the news, but this is what I'm hearing right now is that people are chattering about this is being potentially pushed down on purpose to get us back down to close that CME gap, which is in this article. And they're saying it's 78K. I talked about it a little bit yesterday. Could that happen? Yeah, absolutely. Guess where I'd be putting buy orders if I had extra capital? 79. 78.5. 78. Because we do close that gap. And while we're talking about it, let's just jump over to US 30 so I can show you guys what that means, what that looks like. Gaps getting closed. Let's get rid of this. This doesn't need to be here. So this is a gap. What a gap is when price action closes, usually on a weekend, and then opens at a different price. The powers that be do not like this. They do not like that they closed their market at a certain price and woke up and missed this price action. So what they will do And look, I'm not smart enough to figure out how they do it. But if this price started getting away, like this one did, that's my beautiful arrow. Isn't it nice? They go F that, and they push that price back down until it fills. And then it bounces. There's some other gaps too. Let's look at them. This is on US 30, guys. This is the Dow Jones. But gaps are a lot easier to see because I don't pull up the CME BTC stuff. Gaps are just easier to see on this because they happen frequently. Here's another small one. Let's go to daily. They're easier to see on the daily too, if I remember correctly. Ooh, what happened? There we go. There's a big one. All right. So price is moving. Price is moving. Weekend comes. You get a gap. And everyone's like, yay, we're just going to keep going. No, we're going to fill that. We're going to push that price action down. And a lot of people play these gaps, right? If they're trading. So if you wake up in the morning and you see a gap down here, yeah, people are going to take sells to pick that up. Now imagine if you got in right here, you saw this gap and you went, screw that, I'm going to take a sell. Sideways, sideways, sideways. And you just caught this short all the way down. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. So that's what they're saying about Bitcoin, guys. We've had a big CME futures gap at the 78 range for a while, and everybody has been saying, "Oh, it's never gonna get filled. It's never gonna get filled," until it does. Until it does. So that might be what we're doing right now. So that's all I've got for the charts, guys. Is look. I will put a line right here just for shits and giggles at 82 psychological level. That's where we bounced yesterday. I will make it red because that is your see you later buy. That is your see you later buy zone. And I don't mean B-U-Y. I mean B-Y-E. If you were looking for a last line of support before we start ticking into these deep 70 levels, that's it right there. So keep your eye on it. It's for the Bitcoin futures, Brett. They opened up Bitcoin futures, I think it was last cycle. And so basically people were trading futures on the traditional market against Bitcoin. So betting on what direction it's going to go, et cetera, et cetera. But they get gaps. And I think like 96% of them get filled. GDP and unemployment incoming, says Brett. Cool, we'll keep our eye on it. Okay. Outside of that, let's get on the news, guys, and I'll let you go. Metaplanet buys a dip, issues $13.4 million in bonds for Bitcoin purchases. Metaplanet, a Japanese Bitcoin treasury firm, has issued $13.4 million in 0% bonds to fund more BTC purchases, continuing its aggressive accumulation strategy. This is what's wild. The price keeps going down, but you just keep hearing about all these institutional buys. Interesting. Japanese Bitcoin treasury firm Metaplanet has issued God, I can't get the points out of my head. 2 billion Japanese yen, roughly $13.35 million in bonds to continue expanding its Bitcoin reserves, making its latest move in a series of purchases that began in May 2024. On February 27th, Metaplanet announced the fresh issuance of 0% ordinary bonds worth 2 billion yen to purchase Bitcoin. According to the notice, this would be the 7th time Metaplanet issued ordinary bonds for making Bitcoin purchases. Metaplanet will issue 40 ordinary bonds, each with a face value of 50 million yen. The bonds, which bear no interest, will be redeemable in full on August 26th of 2025. According to the company, the proceeds will be allocated to Evo Fund, Metaplanet's dedicated Bitcoin acquisition fund. Continuing a Bitcoin purchase streak, since May 13th of 2024, Metaplanet has purchased Bitcoin on 17 different occasions, its biggest being 619.7 Bitcoin acquisition on December 20th of 2024. The company has now accumulated 2,235 Bitcoin, valued at approximately $192.4 million. While the company was founded in 1999, Metaplanet stock prices listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange have struggled since 2013. The company's shift towards Bitcoin accumulation has drawn comparison to Strategy, formerly MicroStrategy, the U.S. software firm co-founded by Michael Saylor that pioneered Bitcoin treasury investments. Bitcoin helps appreciate Metaplanet stock prices. Metaplanet stock has surged since it began acquiring Bitcoin, rising from 200 yen to 6,650 yen in early 2025, making a 3,225% increase in less than a year. However, shares have since pulled back and currently trade around 4,000 yen. During the February stock surge, Metaplanet announced plans to acquire 10,000 Bitcoin by Q4 of 2025 and intends to increase its total holdings to 21,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2026, which would be worth $2 billion in current market prices. All right, guys, CME futures gap. Here we go. Is Bitcoin price about to fill a 78,000 Bitcoin futures gap? Bitcoin has two clear targets on the horizon. As unfilled. Wow, I'm slaughtering this one already. We haven't got through the first sentence. Bitcoin has two clear targets on the horizon as unfilled CME futures gaps create near-term Bitcoin price magnets. Why was that so hard to say? Bitcoin may finally reach a key downside target from last year as Bitcoin USD edges ever closer to old all-time highs. The Fresh X analysis on February 27, trader and analyst Rect Capital flagged an incoming quote-unquote gap in CME Group's Bitcoin futures market. Battle of the Bitcoin futures gaps begins. Bitcoin hit a new multi-month low around $82,160 into the February 26th daily close. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView confirmed and subsequently rebounded by about 5%. Despite this fears remain over where the market may put in its next local bottom, thanks to a broad liquidity wipeout and lack of buyer conviction. The latest data from monitoring resources CoinGlass shows dispersed bid liquidity around $80,000, which pales in comparison to the wall of asks up to 90,000. Yeah, all right here, the heat map. For Rect Capital, however, there are two easy targets on the horizon. Bitcoin has created a sizable CME gap both on the upside and downside, and if history is a guide, price should eventually, quote-unquote, fill both levels. Bitcoin is getting closer to filling the CME gap created between 78K and 80,700 in November of 2024. The analyst reported. On this retrace, however, Bitcoin has developed a brand new CME gap between 92,700 and 94,000. Sweet, they gave us a chart. If you guys are watching, these are what these gaps look like. So when we took off during Trump's win in the presidency over that weekend, we pumped and kept pumping. And we're close though. We're real close. What is that on the daily? Okay. Bitcoin CME futures. CME. I'm curious. Sorry, guys. Nope, that's not it. Man, where are we? How do I look this up? Someone tell me. I don't follow the CME futures, so I just know because people talk about it all the time. I need to figure out how to pull that up. I always forget to. What if it's just CME? Sorry. Doing stuff on the fly, guys. I apologize. BTC? No. Or BTC CME? No. I gotta figure that out. I'm sorry, guys. That's very unprofessional of me, and I should know that shit. All right, moving on. Rec Capital noted that the upside gap matches the lows of what was until this week a 3-month-long trading range. This offers some confluence to the idea of price revisiting 93,500 at some point in the future as part of a post-breakdown relief rally. He concluded referencing another target from the day prior. Quote unquote, especially since Bitcoin has filled almost every CME gap that formed since mid-March 2024 thus far. Here's what I'm saying, guys. About 96% of these get filled. All right. Every time there's been one, it has gotten filled. Some food for thought. Bitcoin reaches multiple potential reversal points. Some markers are already calling for an enduring reversal to take place. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index hit a multi-year low of just 10 over 100 this week, which I missed that because it's saying 20 right now, surpassing the level of extreme fear that accompanied the collapse of crypto exchange FTX. Analyzing short-term holder behavior, Alex Adler Jr., a contributor to on-chain analytics platform CryptoQuant, revealed the aftermath of panic selling. Adler used the STH market value to realized value MVRV metric, which divides the BTC price by the cost basis of the STH investor cohort. Now, if you guys are listening to me ramble about this stuff and ask me if I know what any of that shit meant, I don't. Just being honest with you. I'm just reading the article. All this shit's way over my head. And I kind of don't want to read it anymore because it's just, yeah, whatever. We'll see what happens. The point is, there's a CME futures gap very close to where we're at right now, which means the price can go down just a little bit lower. With that being said, what did they say? 78K? 80 something to 78? What would that look like from here? Let's just go straight down to 78. That's another 10% move, which Bitcoin could do in an hour, depending on what it wants to do. Yeah, just be ready for it, right? And just for shits and giggles, we're going to put a line there too. Just at 78. We'll make it big. We're going to make it green because that might be a buy zone. So you guys can see this stuff and pay attention to it every day and see what happens. But this is your basic stepping stair in a downward trend. All right. Don't get bullish bias, guys. That's kind of the main point of me even talking about any of this stuff today. Don't listen to influencers telling you that we're going to go to 500,000 this cycle. Just pay attention to what's going on. All right. Oklahoma BTC Reserve Bill passes House committee, as other states have rejected it. Oklahoma House Bill 1203, known as the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act, passed the House committee on February 25th, moving to the floor. Oklahoma House Bill 1203, HB 1203, known as the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Act, passed the Government Oversight Committee with a 12-2 vote on February 25th of 2025. Now the bill moves to the House floor where, oh, it's just going to the House floor. Got it. I thought it was moving on to the Senate. That reads weird. Where it will either be debated, amended, and or voted upon. HB 1203, introduced by House Representative Cody Maynard, would allow the Oklahoma, sorry, my phone's blowing up, state treasurer to invest public funds into any digital asset with a $500 billion market cap. Bitcoin's the only one that has that, just heads up, over the past calendar year. At the time of this writing, the only digital asset the market cap meets Bitcoin. We know that. In addition, the state treasurer would be able to invest in stable coins. Oh, okay. God, government wants them stable coins, man. When he introduced the bill on January 15th, 2025, Maynard said Bitcoin represents freedom from bureaucrats printing away our purchasing power. As a decentralized form of money, Bitcoin cannot be manipulated or created by government entities. This is the ultimate store of value for those who believe in financial freedom and sound money principles. The bill would allow the state treasurer to invest a portion of the state's pension plans and savings plans in said digital assets as a hedge against inflation, according to bitcoinlaws.io. There are 25 bills related to strategic Bitcoin reserves making their way through 18 state governments. 5 states nix Bitcoin reserve bills. So 13 states now. Momentum surrounding a Bitcoin state reserve bill has slowed in the United States as 5 states, Montana, North Dakota, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Wyoming, have either rejected their bills or effectively killed them. While it's not clear why some states rejected the bills, some representatives in Montana shared their thoughts about investing taxpayer dollars into digital assets. Representative Stephen Kelly said, "It's still taxpayer money, and we're responsible for it, and we need to protect it," adding that these types of investments are way too risky. Volatility appears to be a concern for some, as Bitcoin, while having a strong return since its inception, suffers from strong pullbacks. Yeah, we all know. Like, if you know anything about crypto, you know this. So there's a possibility that these guys might not pass any of this shit until we're deep into a bear market, guys. Just think about it. I mean, that would be the... without any negativity, that would be the most intelligent thing to do, right? Some of them stomach churning for even crypto natives. 4 of the 5 states that have so far rejected are also solidly Republican states. Some in the industry have mixed feelings about the nation states creating Bitcoin reserves, as it could contribute to centralization and market manipulation. Not any more than it already has. Although Bitcoin as a strategic reserve may not have been in Satoshi Nakamoto's mind when they created the cryptocurrencies, some enthusiasts believe it would have been very much in line with their original vision. So, something to think about. It's hard for me to believe that people that are in government at this level are unintelligent enough to ape the top of a bull cycle. And with that being said, there is a potential that none of these strategic reserves are going to get passed or even become serious until Bitcoin bottoms in a nasty bear, which would make sense. You know, I can't get mad at them for doing that. That's the smart play. It's literally what I do. It's how I buy into the market. So people are all up in arms and all pissed off that at the very top of the market, Trump didn't start a Bitcoin reserve. But that's not an intelligent thing to do if you think about it, right? So maybe that's what they're waiting for. We'll see. Let's go to Cointelegraph front page real quick before I get out of here. See if there's anything new worth talking about. No. Oh, God. House Democrats propose bill to ban presidential meme coins. Well, he technically wasn't the president when he launched it. Not saying I'm for it. I'm just saying this is kind of dumb. No, that's it. Nothing new. All right, guys. Let's go to the charts one last time before I let you go. Yeah, we are getting rejected, guys, from that 86,670. Let's wait for what the traditional market open looks like. 848. We got pre-market. Pre-market is selling off, but bouncing at 43. Basically 43.4. But this is a range. If we lose, we go down. Something to think about. All right. Outside of that, guys, that's all I've got for you this morning. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto, please like the videos, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube, follow me if you're on Facebook, and please share. The easiest thing you can do for anyone like myself, it's free, doesn't hurt you. Just click that little share button. That little button right there. Just click it, share it. Just do it. Just look at it. Just do that thing. It helps, guys. It really does. But let's build this community. Let's get more people in here every morning. Let's blow this up. It'd be fun to have a lot of people in the chat talking, asking questions, helping each other out, right? On top of that, if you guys want to learn how to trade crypto, want to learn how to trade traditional stuff, like the US 30, etc., click on the link that is pinned in the chat. That'll take you to the Pip Connect Discord, guys. That is Andy Peters' personal Discord. Roughly about 1,000 of us in there, trading, learning, growing, helping each other out, more eyes on the market, early calls, etc., etc. Just everybody trying to help each other with their lifestyle and become financially savvy. If that sounds like something you might be interested in, please, by all means, click on the link. See if it's right for you. If you have any questions, please reach out to myself or Andy. We'll do our best to get those questions answered for you. See if the Pip Connect is a right fit for you. And if it's not, no big deal. Outside of that, I will see you guys. Yeah, Brett, just look at it. Just look at it. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I am out of here.